She is that. And since we're talking about wife and women, here we are, women of the church. Women in the church. Let's just take a look at that. And it says right here, and you look at page 14 if you like. We can all agree to disagree. We all, do backflips and cartwheels and do some Babylonian stuff and speak in Babylonians. They don't understand each other. But one thing I will say, you have to deal with the scriptures on it. That's where I stand. I believe it, and that settles it. It's just the bottom line. If you don't agree with it, you go back in time and tell Apostle Paul you don't know what he's talking about. But let's talk about the women of the church, because women play a very important, vital role in ministry. The scriptures say that women should have to cover over her head. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1 through 12. And it reads what you're hearing. Be ye followers. This is for the sisters, women in the church. Be ye followers of me, even as I am of Christ. Now, I praise you, brethren, that means little saved ones, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance I deliver them to you. Very important statement. Verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is what? Jehovah, God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head. So if you're praying and prophesying through the scriptures, reading the scriptures, proclaiming the scriptures, prophesying, and you cover your head, you dishonor your head. Don't cover your head. But every woman, verse 5, every woman that prays and prophesies over her head uncovered, dishonor her head. That means you don't have a covering, you don't have an authoritative individual that you're part of. Okay? For that is even all one as if she were shaven. For if the woman had been not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. Come on now. I'm not going to explain that because that's pretty self-explanatory. Number verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God. But the woman is the glory of the what? Man. Verse 8. For the man is